Belgian GP had to be red flagged after just 2 laps behind the safety car due to continuous rainfall and poor conditions at Spa, with Max Verstappen finishing as the official winner in the classification and cutting Lewis Hamilton's title lead. Any hopes of a race, heavily delayed through this afternoon, officially ended almost 4 hours after the scheduled start of 2 o'clock BST, but critically as enough laps were completed, half points were awarded for the top 10 finishers who eventually sealed their results through qualifying. This means pole sitter Max Verstappen takes 12.5 points, while George Russell, the star of Saturday for Williams, had his first F1 points in bizarre circumstances and scores 9. Hamilton's third place gives him 7.5 points, though his championship advantage is down to just 3 points over Verstappen. "It's a win, but not how you want to win," said Verstappen before paying tribute to the bumper crowd who stayed the duration despite the conditions. There's a big credit to all the fans around the track for staying the whole day in the rain, the cold, the windy conditions. They are actually the bigger winners today. Russell, who joined Verstappen and Hamilton on the podium after the race, added, "We often don't get rewarded for a great qualifying, but we did today, absolutely. It was the shortest F1 race in history and the first time half points were awarded since the 2009 Malaysian Grand Prix. F1 stewards twice tried to get the race restarted, once at 2:25 p.m. when the drivers voiced concern about poor visibility during a formation lap behind the safety car, with most insisting the race shouldn't start. 3 hours later, there was finally a green flag and the safety car led the 20 drivers out of the pit lane for 2 laps. Crucial for the classification, but the conditions were considered even worse than before and the race was soon red flagged again. Despite the little amount of track time, there was still crash drama provided by Sergio Perez as the Red Bull driver, due to start 7th, crashed on his way to the grid earlier in the day. Perez's car at first thought to be too damaged to repair was miraculously fixed just during a long rain delay, but in the end that was inconsequential as he was sent to the back of the grid as per the F1 regulations. His exit from the top 10 lifted Carlos Sainz into the points along with Nicholas Latifi as the Williams scored double points in consecutive races. After the excitement and unpredictability of wet qualifying on Saturday, most fans would have been delighted to see the weather on Spa on Sunday. Unfortunately, the downpours were much heavier and prolonged. Also, and most importantly, drivers just couldn't really see when they did get out on track. The scheduled start time of 2 p.m. looked to be going to plan when drivers were on the grid, albeit Perez crashing on the way, but soon F1's start procedure was delayed, eventually starting a formation lap behind the safety car 25 minutes late. Drivers trickled around the famous high-speed 7km circuit, but Verstappen said the conditions were safe to go racing for those behind him, suffering the spray reported otherwise on team radio. "I can barely see a car in front," said Lando Norris, who was due to start 14th following his big qualifying crash in McLaren. Alfa Romeo's Antonio Giovinazzi said frankly the dry conditions were not drivable. When the race was red flagged, Daniel Ricciardo stated that it's the right call. The drivers returned to the pit lane and got out of their cars, waiting for the rain to subside and the race to resume. They filled time sometimes with interviews, sometimes with games, and sometimes with more interviews as the rain got heavy. Another complication with the fact the official 3-hour race clock started at 2 p.m, meaning that the race effectively had till 5 to finish, with an hour remaining in that window. F1 stewards stated that the clock to give them the chance of finding a window to fit a 1-hour race, and they tried to do that at 5:17 p.m, and the driver returned to the circuit behind the safety car again, but the track conditions and visibility appeared even worse, with even Verstappen admitting it was too wet. After the 2 laps behind the safety car, which meant the final classification would be confirmed with half points scored, F1 race director Michael Massey red flagged again. Not long after that, there was acceptance that it would not be restarted. The 2021 season continues, hopefully with a full race this time at the Dutch Grand Prix. Zandvoort returns to Canada for the first time since 1985, and it's set to be a great race on a tight and technical track with a raucous atmosphere due to Verstappen's Orange Army. But yeah, that's for the preview on Thursday. Obviously not going to do a race round results because it's basically the same except for Perez. Yeah, he'll be really disappointed. Bad from him. And yeah, I'm going to make a video just on my thoughts on the Belgian Grand Prix and just how much of a farce it was because yeah, quite annoyed with the whole episode today, to be honest. Just a really disappointing day for the whole of the sport, and some of the decisions were just very strange. So yeah, but anyway guys, that's it for the video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, let me know your thoughts, comments down below, and follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily F1 news, and subscribe to my channel on the screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching, peace.